in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome to the Chubby Clouds podcast. It is your boy who makes the most noise in the back of a church, in the back of a library, making them moisty, rainy sounds, you know what I mean? That flap, flap, habajack. King Hooker. How's it going, guys? It's your boy, as you can see on the sign here. I am giving to the world what it doesn't need, which is another podcast, right? I think the last thing the world needs is another chubby, white, fat man. I said chubby. Talking to himself and broadcasting it to the world. I think that's the last thing the world needs. Certainly. But here I am. Here I am to talk about my gloom, talk about my week, let's talk about my day. It's a pooky season, guys. It's a pooky season. And I'm excited, man. I don't know if Halloween's a thing this year. Certainly Facebook posts and the spooky scary skeleton song cycling around has made that prevalent, but otherwise, can kids go trick-or-treating? Do they got to spray the kids down? Here's your candy, you know, right in their little young faces. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to it. I think I'm going to a little small get-together that a friend's having. You know, I don't know, maybe like 6 to 10 people. Nothing crazy, but it'll be good to see some old friends. Here we are. We're almost at the end of this year. Almost. You feel me? It's looking, listen, I don't know what's going to happen next year. You know? Has anybody thought about that? Has anybody thought about next year? And if it's going to top this year? I think that is the only glimmer of light that I can see out of this is I don't think next year could possibly top this year. I mean, aliens would have to come back and fuck shit up. You know what I mean? They would have to come. They would have to roll, you know how they do. And they would fuck shit up. I mean, that's the only way I feel you can really worsen the situation than it is. Especially for America. Of course, the world. I mean, COVID, it's a global pandemic. We're going to be in history books. Think about it. This shit might be documentation of what's going on. And they might pull up this video and look at this fat guy that looks like a tater tot. Listen to what he's got to say. He'll tell you some things about the times. I'll tell you some things. You listening? Shit sucks. Shit sucks. But it's getting better. I feel like it's been slowly but surely getting better, especially these last few months, compared to the rest of it. Definitely, I would say so. But we're still here. I'm in Florida, which is I live in Lake Wales, Polk County, Florida. And if you know anything about Florida, Florida is the shittiest state in America. Polk County is the shittiest county in Florida, and Lake Wales is the shittiest city in Polk County. So, you know, it's been a fun time, but I can't complain too hard. I'm very happy about where I'm at. I'm very optimistic towards the future. At least I try to be. But think about it. Next year, compared to this Corona, we got tension with the race riots. I mean, holy shit. We hate the police. We want to defund them now. On top of everything else, we got 2 scrotums running for president. You know? 2 talking ball bags. One's senile and one's crazy. This is the best we got? Is this the best we got? I guarantee, listen, go through, let's play a game. Go through your phone right now and go to the J section, right, in your contacts on your phone. Do people still have those? Do people still call and talk to each other in that manner? I don't know. But go through your phone, your contacts, go to the J section. Just a random jelly, juice, Jesus, whatever you will find in that section, as far as your friend list. Maybe 4 or 5 friends named J something, Jennifer, Joe, Jacqueline. I bet your ass one of those random J named motherfuckers would be a better candidate for president. You feel me? Think about it, man. If I go out on the street right now and I say Paul, and some guy goes, Paul, I bet that guy would be a better presidential candidate than what we got right now, man. I try not to get too political. I really do. But it's tough, especially with this shit. What is it? A few weeks now? This shit's going down, and I could not care. I really couldn't. I personally am not voting. I know that's a crazy thing to do, where I'm an American. It's my American duty. If you don't, it's that pressure by society, especially the older generation, of you have to vote. It's like nobody's earned my vote, motherfucker. I don't got respect for any of these assholes. I certainly don't want Kanye running this bitch. I don't know. That might be funny. That just might make me laugh when I look at headlines now instead of sad, But who knows, man? And that's the thing about this year, is that you can't trust headlines anymore. News is not news. It's all biased. It's all opinionated. CNN and Fox can go suck a fat one. Every news source. Now you have to, I really feel for the parents out there. And I'm very glad I don't have children to raise up in the world that this is and what it's becoming. Think about it. You have a younger child, let's say 6 or 7, and he sees something on the news and he goes, who? Is that true? Oh my God, should I trust this publication? Right? And your parents, now, what do you say? What do you say? Do we raise children in a world where we can't look at headlines and trust them? We have to do some digging. We have to do some research. And who wrote this? Oh, she's a liberal. That's why. Everything is opinionated. We can't. It's sad that there's nowhere to turn to in regards to news media. Yeah, man. Crazy times. Crazy ass times. This podcast, I don't know how long I'm going to go. I might go 10, I might go 20, I might go 30, I might go more. I might go a little bit more, you know what I mean? But we don't know. This is the first episode. If you're listening, I appreciate it. If you're watching my fat old head bobble around, I appreciate it. If not, that's cool too. I still hope you're having a good day. I still hope you're doing so well. Swell, man. I hope everybody's calming down a bit. I don't think they are. I don't think they are at all. But all we can do is try, man. All we can do is try to help out each other. Try to, if it's not been relevant already, definitely hit up the people that you haven't talked to in a while. I was talking about the contact list earlier in your phone. Go through that bitch. Scroll. Take a stroll and a scroll through your contact list and be like, oh, Big Head Billy. I've not talked to his large ass head in a minute. Let me give him a shout. Let me see how he's doing. Let me check in, And he says, oh, my aunt got COVID. And I said fucking shit. And I'm like, oh, man. It's still not real. You don't have to wear a mask. Oh, really? Really? Is that what you said when you were sneezing into your auntie's mouth? Mm. Can't stand it, man. But back to this podcast. I really don't care if anybody's here right now. If it's me just screaming into the ether, I'm fine with that too. I really am. Because I feel like this is definitely for me, myself, and I. This is a therapeutic thing to do. If I'm being completely honest, I've filmed and recorded like 4 other podcasts. You know, a first episode of this podcast, the Chubby Clouds podcast, and didn't upload them. You know, edited them. Edited. But the first one was trash. I did 4, right? This is like the 5th one I'm recording. The first one was trash. Trash. Garbugio. No more need to be said. The second one had my dog, Murray, in it. And I have a pug. I will put up a picture of him here somewhere. He was my best friend. He was 13 years old. He passed away recently. We had to put him down about a couple weeks ago now. I'm actually supposed to get his ashes today. And yeah, you know, he was 13. And for a pug, that's really, they're not supposed to live past like 8 or 9. So I think he had a great, happy life. He was the best freaking dude. And it was just that episode was really hard to edit because he was like, you know, chilling right here. And it was tough. I can't get into it too much or I will start crying. I will. I'm not afraid to schnotz on this microphone, dude. Not afraid at all. But just been, you know, just been getting through it, man. Just been trying to look up, trying to look out, trying to explore. During this time, we're going to St. Pete this weekend, bruh. Today, actually. This afternoon, yo. We're going to St. Pete, Florida, just for a weekend, me and the roommates, my 2 homies. I'm glad to have roommates in this time that I get along with, because damn, that's been beneficial. Moving out of my father's back in January, I really wanted a place to myself. That was what I was really hoping for, but with everything, bills, it's tough when you want a decent little spot to yourself. So I've been renting out this room in a double wide trailer with these 2 other dudes, and they've been great. They've become some of my closest friends. Yeah. And there's no fighting. You know, everybody's like, my fucking roommates. I'm like, mine are pretty cool. They're a little strange. But who isn't? You know? I mean, we don't fight at all. If they turn the air up, I just turn it down. And no one gives a shit. It's a pretty positive environment, I would say. We play a lot of chess, and we smoke a lot of weed. If I'm being real. It's fun. It's a lot of fun playing high chess, man. But we're going to St. Petersburg this weekend. I'm excited. There's lots to do. We're going to go to the beach, of course. I haven't been to the beach since I was like 17. So wait till the world sees these titties. I don't know what they're going to think of all of this. Of just, you know. Ooh. I don't know. I can't, am I going to get demonetized? Even though I'm not even monetized? I don't know. I'm going to get flagged, maybe. Just the first viewer that sees that is like, just, no. But we're going to the beach, bro. We're going to the Hard Rock Casino and poker room. Going to play some poker. I love poker, bro. Love poker. One of the funnest things to do, I think. Just it's one of those things. It's not a hard game. It's like just pay attention, you know. Just the Armenian guy to your right just raised you $30. What are you gonna do? You got the cards for it or the cojones? It's really just a game about consistency, paying attention, luck. There's definitely luck in there. There's a little sprinkle of luck. It's strategy, for sure. But it's not a hard game, again. It's fun when you win, though. It's fun when you're like, I just fucked that guy out of $100. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say that, but it's fun when you have a baby face like me and you look like a giant Gerber baby, and you take someone's money. Could you imagine losing the hand to me, losing the pot to me, and all this money you just all your I don't know $200 you put in, and I'm like, thank you. You know, it doesn't make that person happy. No one's ever happy when they get one upped by me. It doesn't happen often, by the way. I'm not out here, you know, getting bans off of poker. But it's fun. It's been a long time since I've been to a room, probably last year. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go to a art museum with the Choluli blown glass exhibit. I'll try to put up some photos here as well if you're watching the video. Dude, that looks really cool. That's going to be a lot of fun. That's very exciting. We were going to go to the Dali Museum, right? Or we're going to go to the Salvador Dali Museum. But it's closed. They have like a race or some shit going on this weekend. We had to pick the weekend. There's some bullshit like that going on. Going to the art museum, going to, I think, the Italian market. There's a place called Mazzaro's. Got the best meats, the best cheeses, a good ass bakery. It's really good. And right across the street is a place called Banana Records, which is supposedly, they claim to be, the largest record store in the world. They got CDs. They got everything, man. What's up? Open the door.
Come on. I'm so sorry, man.
No, you're good. Sorry about that. It was my roommates and their dog, Liba. Little pit bull. She's like 7 or 8 months old, and she fucks up everything. But she's a sweetie. She's a sweetie. We have her and 8 cats. 8 cats. Dude. Listen, I like kitties and all, but dang. I mean, they will hide in various places throughout the house that are eye level to me, and I don't know they're there. So then I walk by, and I get a little hand, right? I get that little, fucking cats, man. Cats are cool. They do stay on the side of their house, I will say, because this is like the west wing where I am over here, right? And that's kind of the east wing. So they do mill around over there. But one of them gets horny as fuck all the time. You know when they're in heat? This one's always in heat. And it just comes to, it comes. It's actually not coming. It's just screaming, I imagine. Because it's just meow, 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 meow. See how annoyed you are already. It's just her screaming, dick. I need some dick. Somebody give me some dick. You know, that's all it is. Somebody out there. But she'll come up to the door, my door, and my roommate's door, Nevik, over here, and meow. Just meow for hours on end. Ooh. Not my cats. Not my problem. But, you know, a couple of them are sweet. A couple of them. I don't mind making it into some Chinese food, some Kung Pao chicken, you know what I mean? Delicious, man. Absolutely delicious. What else is going on out there, you guys? I know the world's burning down. It's hard to watch. Stand-up comedy's coming back. If you don't know me, I do a musical stand-up comedy. That's why you see a ukulele right there. I have 6 more ukuleles hanging up around my room. It was like my parents were like, "Hey, college," and I was like, "No, 7 ukuleles. That's that's the route I'm taking in life." Um, I love it though, man. It's fun. I love making people laugh. If I can, you know, if I give them the yucks, I like trying to make the yuck bucks. You know what I mean? Uh, but that's not what it's about, man. It's really about just. I love the fact that I might have the potential to make someone forget about everything for a second. Think about when you're laughing, you know? All you're thinking about is that funny ass thought. And you're going, you're making a weird ass exclamation out your noise box. Your loud hole. Your noisy anus. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with other words for mouth. Uh, but yeah, it it's crazy how far we've gotten. Mm-mm. We've had a few shows. There's been some more comedy shows. Um, that's coming back. It's still, most places are like wearing masks, still in social distancing. But I've done a few shows now where they don't give a fuck down here in Florida. Lake Wales, Florida. Well, really, Orlando. I stick to the Orlando comedy scene. And I was in Lakeland last night. And I do Tampa sometimes. I go a little bit of everywhere on Florida. But I guess mainly Central. You know. It's still hours away, usually. I'm driving hours away for every open mic, for every show, everything. Before COVID, I was in Orlando about 4 times a week, I would say. And that's at least an hour drive plus, 2.5 hours round trip, I would say, every time. Counting for traffic and at least, and then often it would be a lot longer than that because I-4 is the devil's taint, I believe. I think it's the devil's driveway is what they call it. I-4 sucks, man. Shit's been under construction at least since I was born. Forever. People drive crazy, man. People don't use blinkers, man. Why the fuck? That drives me crazy. It's right there. I've lost some weight, by the way. I was 305 pounds. Now I am 274 at the moment. So, to me, Jesus, I know it's like, where the fuck, what, but, no, it's a processio. But here's the thing. Even my large ass, my 305-pound ass, would hit the I don't think I would care if I was 500 pounds. I would hit the blinker. It's not that hard. Your hand's right here, man. Use your blinker. Use your goddamn blinker, people. I'm putting it out there. This shit's been helping. What I've been drinking, which is it's San Pellegrino mixed with Mio. Do I have one? Yeah. This shit's delicious. It's this one's like lemonade, so it tastes dead up like a sparkly lemonade. It's delish, bro. It's like there's no calories, just makes me burp. It's all I drink now. I drink that, and then an occasional Monster for like a treat. That's how I treat myself. I was like, I was that too, but I was a huge ass Diet Coke guy. Diet fucking Coke, and I'll still, if that's all they got at the restaurant, that's what I'll get. But diet ass Coke, bro. And I'm thinking of it now. I'm like, yucky, yucky. You know what I mean? It's that mentality, man. You gotta get into that if you are, wanting to improve yourself. It's when I lost like 100 pounds when I was 16, 16 through 18. I looked pretty good, bro. I was a pretty smexy, if you know what I mean. And then shit got real. But um, when I lost all that weight, I remember having the mentality of, looking at McDonald's and shit like that. Even though I still love McDonald's, I would kill someone over one of their fries right now. But I remember when I got that skinny, looking at McDonald's and thinking, ew, that is so disgusting. Why would anyone ever do that to themselves? You know what I mean? But just yesterday, I'm like, oh, that's so delicious, So it's crazy how your mind kind of changes. And definitely Diet Coke can kind of, if I'll have one once in a blue moon now, I would say. Not that prevalent. It's like an ex, bro. It's like, get her out of here. She wasn't good for me. I'm dating old Sammy Pellegrino. And I'm having a threesome with him and his sister, Mio. Cause sparkling water, let's be real, sparkling water sucks dick without that. That's for sure. They come together. Right now, over me, boom, boom, but yeah, it definitely delicious. I would say give it a try if you're looking for cause water sucks dick. Let's be real. Water just kind of sucks, man. Every time I see someone with one of those big ass gallons, they're usually in shape. Those big ass things, drums that hold a bunch of water. And they just, whenever I see someone knock that shit back to their head, just grab it's like a Donkey Kong barrel, dude. They're just yum yum yum. I think to myself, you're not enjoying that right now. You are not. That's not delicious. That's not tasty right now. You're not going You're like, ugh. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I like I would say some cold ass ice water in the evening. Sort of a nice little. It's got a crisp to it. I enjoy that. For sure. But just room temperature or above that temperature water can suck dick, bro. Cold water's the way. Room temperature water is good for singing. I've tried to drink that whenever I'm recording. That's the only time I'll drink it. It's because I'm like, okay, I know cold water is gonna restrict this shit, get some fucked up shit out of it. But oh man, let me tell you about the other night, man. Do you know what's the scariest thing in the world? It's not a movie. It's not a character. It's not a threat. A national pandemic. No, it's not that. It's not, the fact that a lot of our politicians are very systematically racist still is kind of fucked up, and I'd say that's pretty goddamn scary. But you know what's really scary? You know what's hella scary is when you have been getting high, and it is 11:30 at night, and you are scrolling on your phone, right? And you look up weird, you find these weird ass videos, man. You find, you're on Facebook at 2 a.m. I'm saying, I know I just said 11:30, but I'm saying it's 2 a.m. now, because that's how long I've been scrolling. And you find, I don't know, man marries horse. That's the video you're watching at 2 a.m. And there's some guy in a chair, and they're interviewing him, sit down, and he's like, yeah, me and Charlie been fucking for 20 years, some shit. And so I'm scrolling, and it's 2 a.m. at this point. And I'm still faded, I'm just tired, just trying to go to sleep. What falls out of the goddamn sky but a roach? Right on my fat noggin. Fuck! Chocolate milk in the bed. You feel me? Do you feel me? I browned browned my trousers, my sheets, my linens, my goddamn linens. Jesus, man. Oh, disgusting. Listen, this roach. Okay, so this ain't the end of the story, though. This roach fucking, I slapped it off. And then, 2 days ago, that happened like a couple weeks ago. But 2 days ago, I found his ass. Right? I found him. And he was on my goddamn nightstand. He was right here. Little fucker. And so, I grabbed the first thing to my left that I can find. And it is none other than Febreze. So I start hitting his ass with some Febreze. Stay fresh, motherfucker. Bro, listen. It was this shit right. It's a cinnamon fresh spiced apple. I started hitting him with some of that. And I kept going. I just didn't. I'm like pissed off at myself. I'm like nodding my head, but I'm still spraying. I'm like, you know. So I soak his ass to the point of where he can't move. He is drenched in that cinnamon rain. That thunderous downpour that it was of the apple spice fresh. Yes, something. So there he sits, right? He's sitting there. I grab the Lysol can, right? Right? Actually, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it was some, yeah, it was a Lysol can. Okay. Yeah. I grabbed the Lysol can. And there he sits. He's just sitting there, the little roach. And I get my lighter. And I torch his fucking ass. Now, I had forgotten that I had soaked my nightstand in Febreze. Now, this shit's not really flammable, but in high doses, it was. My whole shit lit up right here. Whole nightstand caught fire. Just for a second, though. It was like for maybe 3 seconds because it was blue. It was that mild flame, you feel me? Where it's just kind of like, we're here. We might fuck shit up. It's up to you. You know, it was one of those. That you might, like, if you ever lit hand sanitizer on fire, you know how it's blue and you can, like, hold it for a second? If you haven't done that, you should try it. Listen, I know I shouldn't advise playing with fire, but literally take some hand sanitizer and just light it on the table, and it'll be blue, and you can almost, like, pick it up for a second, you know? I wouldn't recommend, putting it on your face and then... I should stop on this subject while I'm ahead. Man. But stand-up comedy's coming back. That's what I was talking about. Stand-up comedy. Woohoo. I got more music I've been working on. I have been writing a lot during this quarantine. Been productive in that manner. I think, at least for me, this quarantine... because you try to find the positives and everything, right? Even though this whole thing is suck dick and everybody knows. But if I were to find a positive, at least for myself, I don't know about anybody else, but it's definitely given me a great opportunity to take a look in the mirror more and just kind of, I don't want to say find myself, but it's like have a different perspective, don't take things for granted, and be thankful for what you got. Be happy where you are. You control your destiny. You are the people you associate with. You're like, why are these people so stupid? Why are these people so bad for me? Okay, you're asking the wrong questions. Why don't you get rid of those people? You choose who you want to be. as was said in, I want to say 1999 or 2000 movie Iron Giant. Yeah. You are who you are, Tabby. And he was like, Superman, you know? Dude, that was such a good movie. That was such a great movie. Probably my favorite childhood movie, if I'm being honest. Like, if I had to choose just one movie from primarily my little tiny kidness when I was still a little chunky, I would say it'd have to be Iron Giant. That was such a great film. Such a goodie. Goodie, goodie, goodie. Woo! I think that's enough of me. That's right. I think that's a little bit too much of me. And I'm gonna go now. But if you've stayed during this goddamn bullshit, well, I appreciate it. I'd like to shake your hand. I don't know, fuck this goddamn mass quarantine. Get in here and let me sneeze on you. Let me let me cough on your children. You know. Just thanks for watching, guys, and let's do this again.
You're a hooker!